Live chatters, today is May 31st, 2020, and what a year it's been. First the COVID virus, and now the crisis in America. Did I say it's the 30th? Let's start from the beginning. It's May 31st, Sunday, May 31st, 2020, the last day of May. Welcome to our 168th broadcast of Live Chat, coming right here from Portland, Oregon, as my mother used to say, God's country. Who has showed up so far? Alex Haynes, Taco Platter, Flip Van Walligan. Hey, Flip, I haven't seen you before. Kerry Parker, what did the bartender say to the font that walked in? We don't serve your type here. Man, that was a good way to start with a bad joke. Thank you very much, folks. James D, Jason. Hey, Clulo, Jason, I don't have your email address. Could you email me? I want to send you a copy of my manuscript. KIC Bailey, thanks for being here. Jason, you know my email address, right? It is douglasblock@gmail.com. That's kind of tacky to do it that way. Mr. Brooklyn, MJ Brooklyn in Florida. 60K subscribers. Thank you, Taco. In Canada, Jason Clulo in the UK. I got a call from at midnight, my time, 8 a.m. UK, from a doctor, general practitioner, who said he was really enjoying the channel. Chom Choms. Where are you from? And what's your name? I keep forgetting. And we got a notification from Stephanie. She's going to be on the live chat. Nice to hear. You're 49 years old. Great. Just email me, my friend. I want to send you. Mohammed, yay, from the Gaza Strip, I think. Is Anthony here? Not yet. We just started like 2 minutes ago. So, you guys in America, even you guys who are in the UK, I'm sure you are, I've heard, been following this, right, from the New York Times. Fury in the streets, right? As protests spread across the United States of America. Whoops, there we are. Sorry about that. Anyway, yes, it's been a major, as if we weren't dealing with enough with the coronavirus. Now we have something going on where, again, there's been a tremendous injustice and people reacting. Salver Singh, haven't seen from you. Rudy Zavento, not for a while. Taco Flatter. Why does recovery work in waves? Can have 6 great days, follow a depressed day, then back to normal? Yes. In my new book called When It Hurts Too Much to Live, I have a whole chapter on the fluctuating nature of moods. Therefore, peace to you, Jason. So, if your moods fluctuate, you need to create something called a mood journal, where you write down your moods every day and track them. It's really, really good to help get control of what you can control. Hey, Shirley K, nice to see you. Central Florida, I said Florida, didn't I? Paddle Power is nice here. Alex, never linear process, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Look at Oregon right now. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. We're about to have a huge shower here in Oregon, but it was sunny like 10 minutes ago. So that's how moods are. That's how emotions are. They're like waves. They go back and forth. So of course you can have 6 great days followed by 1 depressed day and then back to normal. That's the name of the game. That's why I encourage you. I wish Joan were here. I'll get it out next time. Anybody who basically emails me, I will send you a free copy of my daily mood journal. It's just 1 page. But anyway, it's really important that you guys log your moods, track them. That way you'll get a sense of control over them. And you'll get to see whether the arc of your recovery is going up or down. Hey, Sana Ismail from Denmark. How's the COVID virus doing in Denmark? Is Nietzsche to read when you have depression? I don't know. He said, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And a man, he who has a why to live can bear any how. 2 great quotes, but the rest of it is pretty dark. Ollie, bad to read. Yes, well, certain parts of Nietzsche are good. I often email myself when I'm feeling good. Sadvir Singh from India. Hello, Doug. I'm afraid if I take medication, it doesn't work. Well, I do. Something else will come up. I was treatment resistance. I've gotten better 4 times. You know, it's all about trial and error. All about trial and error. And Sadvir Singh, if you don't know what to do, here's a chart. Self-care activities to improve your mood. This chart can be an augment to medication. Remember, it takes more than a pill to heal from depression. I'm going to actually type that. It's so important. Here we go. Ready? Say something, Douglas. Can you actually use, it takes more than a pill to heal from depression. And there you go. Look at that. I used Siri dictation to tell you what I want to say. It takes more than a pill to heal from depression. How many people of you raise your hand if you agree with that? And Z, unless you have helped me so much with depression, thank you very much. Yes, have an amazing day. Yesterday was extremely rough. That's what we say. What goes down must come up, Anthony, and what goes up must come down. You got to learn to ride the wave. Ride the wave, babies. And anyway, so what do you think about what I just said? It takes more than a pill to heal from depression. I want to hear any comments about that. Any comments about the unrest that's going on in the United States? It's certainly bothering me. I was around in 1968 when Martin Luther King was assassinated, the Watts riots. Slavery is the original sin of America. Hey, John Gefillen, you've not edited my book yet? That's okay. Trying to develop the courage to get back to work one step at a time. See if you can go back part-time. Salver Singh, I love the way they spell my name, dough. Yeah, let's have a lot of dough. I wanted some dough. Let's go ahead and do another, I got distracted. Let's go ahead and have another live chat, super chat donation. We have our regulars, Taco and Jason. Let's get a new person in here. Again, a labor of love. I don't know why my views are going down again, but it's okay. I do have 60,000 subscribers, so you know, we're doing this. You know what? You know who Quincy Jones is? Probably nobody. He produced a record by Michael Jackson called Thriller. He's an amazing record producer. He said, I am in the efforts business, God is in the results business. Meaning, as an artist, all you have control over is what you put out and the artistic process. The results, out of your control. Look at all the great people who died, like, you know, the great poet, what's his name? William Blake, right? He was a nobody when he died. Now he's one of the great English poets. Van Gogh, he couldn't even sell a painting. Now his paintings are worth 25 million. So you see, as an artist, you just put it out there, what your heart and spirit are telling you to do, and then the rest is up to the universe. In the meantime, I want a donation. Thank you. Yes, Mohammed and Anthony have a nice connection. That's what this is about, creating community. There were 2 protests here in Jacksonville yesterday. First it was peaceful, then they left, and the next group was trouble. Very sad. Well, you know, the people who are doing the riots here in Portland, they're not protesting about, you know, the injustice to the George Floyd. They're just a bunch of anarchists who wanted an excuse to break things. That's unfortunate, you know. It has nothing to do with the peaceful protest. Cognitive writing has helped me, Richard Hobb. And what is cognitive writing? Whoops. Susan, I want to read your comment. What happened? At Douglas Fike, I agree with you in general, but as I go to law, you seem to have more depression overall. Well, it's, yeah, you're more, someone just gave, that's probably Chom's with the bananas. Yes, thank you, Chom's. Also from Canada. Has anyone else been having intensely vivid dreams by any chance? I had them about 2 weeks ago. Waking up very confused and even questioning my reality. Write those dreams down. They could have some good symbolism. Richard Hobb, cognitive writing has helped me. That's a good one. I still don't know what cognitive writing is. I want to tell you that I'm still grieving a dog that I had to put to sleep in 2016. Yes, sadness can last, but eventually time does heal wounds. Donald Ostrom, haven't heard you. Donald Ostrom, hi there. I'm having constant battles with OCD, even false memories. I need to hang in there, and no matter, it's frustrating, but I hope I am nothing wrong. You should talk to Robert Jenkins, who's not here yet. But Donald, you should read a book by called Brain Lock. Oh, I can actually dictate this. Brain Lock by Jeffrey Schwartz on OCD. Wow, I love how this Apple computer, all I have to do is say what I want and it comes right on the screen. Except it says green light. Oh my God, so much for Siri, right? Okay, here's the name of the book. The person who had OCD. It's called Brain Lock, not Green Light. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to do that again. Brain Lock. Man of Steel, 2018. It's lovely to hear from you. Sana, sounds hard. Sending you love, yes. I started diazepam 3 days ago. Now, how long am I going to take it? It's up to you. Diazepam, I think, is Valium. How long are you going to take it, MC? It's up to you and your doctor. Antidepressants can cause wild dreams and rebound insomnia, says Taco Plotter. My dog hasn't got a nose. How does he smell? Awful. My God, 2 really bad jokes. You're welcome, Donald. Hi, Douglas. I'm happy to see you. Well, so, Sachin, Krishan, we have a lot of fans in India here. Have you noticed that? India, the UK. Where are all you Americans? Come on, Americans, raise your hand. Where is Lazy Eye Ranch? I don't think she showed up yet. Maybe some of her goats are getting more kids. I hope to be recording some piano music and releasing them on YouTube channel next week. Anthony, you've got my email address. Let me know when that happens. Anthony, you should give out your email address, or so people can email you. You can contact them when your new music is going to be released. Anthony is really good. And there's Lazy Eye Ranch. There you are. I was just complaining you weren't here. It does take more than pills, and being on the wrong meds can make things worse. Listen to your body. Doctors aren't always right. I'm filing a HIPAA grievance against me. Unfortunately, I have to, and then, oh, you have to, right. Is the HIPAA thing against you, or is it against the doctor? I'm not quite sure. DT Vids X20, do you experience joy now? Yes. If so, were there times when you thought it was impossible? Yes, 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 yes. DT, you need to read my, here, because I haven't seen you and I want you to stay in this channel, email you. This is my memoir. This is the proudest thing I've ever done. I'm proud more of this than When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. That's all about the time I never thought I would have joy. That's the time that I thought I was so down I would never come up. The time I thought there was absolutely no hope and I might as well do myself in. That's how bad it was. And now I have joy. Do I do private coaching? Yes, I used to. I'm too busy working on this new book, unfortunately. But if you're in America, send me an email. We might be able to set up a couple of coaching sessions. Why not? Oh, by the way, when they say you are not your thoughts, it becomes part of your body. But those thoughts, I guess you can say you don't want to be that. Not quite sure what that means, but yeah, our thoughts are generated by our brain. They are electromagnetic energies. But who we really are is something deeper than our thoughts. We're a spiritual being, and the thoughts are just, well, they're powerful, but they're not our true identity. I'm so exhausted, says Sana. I thought I was in the kind of depressive episode, the end, and then relapse happens. Yeah. Well, Sana, you're doing the best you can. What can I tell you? Keep at it. Keep doing those activities we talk about. And by the way, Anthony has just put his email address out there. If anybody wants to email him and get on his mailing list for his YouTube channel, that's great. Is ruminating bad? Well, depends on what you're ruminating on. I mean, Albert Einstein ruminated on the speed of light and relativity. And look what happened. He won the Nobel Prize. But if you're ruminating about things that you did in the past and you're blaming yourself and you're in a negative thought loop, yes, then it's bad. But if you're ruminating like I am about this new book, it's good. Oh, Descartes and his horse went in a barn, ordered beers. As they poured, he said to the horse, I keep seeing in here a lot. Do you think you might be on? Nope, can't read that joke. 70 jeer. What is that? You're not jeering at me, MJ Brooklyn. Jem, where's Jem? Whoa, my favorite from the UK. I don't see her. Oh, nice to see you, Afel Dussador. Oh, you were the person who said it's ruminating bad. It depends on what you're ruminating on. And look, another notification. I don't know how to turn them off. Sorry about those little bells, guys. What did one toilet say to the other? You look flushed. God, Kerry Parker. Absolutely, from the UK. Oh, so it looks like Jem is saying that omega-3 fatty acids are good for you. Yes, it's been shown by a guy from Harvard. Can magnesium, glycinate help insomnia? Magnesium does relax you, absolutely. Whether it could help insomnia, I don't know, but it can help relax you. 20 days on Cymbalta, I wake up drenched in sweat every morning. Will this pass? Smoky melon? It probably will, but you need to talk to your doctor about that. Usually antidepressant side effects do go away, but everybody is so different. The horse said, I think not. He immediately bashed, even a joke. I sometimes put the cart before the horse. Oh my goodness, that was horrible. Hey, Paranoise, nice to see you. What is the trigger for your depression? It's loss, abandonment. That's my trigger. Genetics, yes. My mother was depressed her whole life, had 5 ECT treatments, and she also had abandonment issues. So it's always a combination of nature and nurture, nature and nurture. John Gaffillon. Hi, Douglas. Out of curiosity, do you find that people who put all their faith in God can fall into depressive easier? I've read that people who put their faith in God actually get less depressed, or when they get depressed, they can come out of it more. And it's Robert Jenkins with his normal weekly $20 contribution, the patron saint of YouTube. Thank you, Robert. You texted me that you had an insight about your OCD. Maybe you can share it with the other people if you want to. Anyway, so yeah, I think spirituality can make depression, can help people cope with depression. How's that? Anyway, thank you, Anthony Olson, for a really bad joke. Lynn, hey Doug, really struggling to see the point of things right now, how I deal with this low right now. Well, you just got to keep on trucking. This too shall pass. Okay, that's my favorite saying, as you know, 4 words that can save your life. You need to get into treatment, and you need to, multimodal approach, right? Actually, I can say this too shall pass here. I don't need to type it out, but I'm typing it out. Okay, guys, 4 words that can save your life is this too shall pass. I know that I am not my thoughts or my OCD, says Robert. Thank you for your donation. Blue Bucks is still a godsend. I will get through this. Of course, you are getting through it. Don't say I will get through it. I am getting through this. Kay Bailey, how can you start with a gratitude list of just 3 things? Oh, can you? Yes, of course. You can start with the gratitude list of 1 thing. I'm grateful that I'm on this live chat with all you wonderful people. Can severe anxiety be managed without medication? Whew, that's a tough question. Well, if you do what I used to do, which is run until you drop, there's lots and lots of things you can do for anxiety. Square breathing, you can put your face in cold water. It depends on how severe the anxiety is, but you should be working with a psychologist who specializes in CBT techniques for anxiety. And if you want medication, you should work with a psychiatrist. You can try it, but look, don't be proud. I used Klonopin, an anti-anxiety drug, in 1996-97 when my anxiety was through the roof. And sometimes that was the only thing I could do that would help me. So most of the time I didn't need Klonopin, I didn't need medication, but when I needed it, I used it. So I don't believe in this, black and white thinking like medication is bad or medication is good. It all depends on the situation, and it can be a tool. But again, if you have severe anxiety, you should be seeing 1 or more mental health professionals. And yes, you can manage anxiety. People do it all the time. Taco Platter wants to know if Robert has started mindful therapy or mindfulness therapy. Have you tried behavioral activation, says Keith McCarthy. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a long King Solomon story about a gold ring. Very good, Shirley K. I thought it was a Sufi. Could you email me I thought it was a Sufi tale, but King Solomon. Very, very good. Why don't you send me an email? Well, I don't have my paper, so I'll go ahead and type it out. I thought it was a Sufi tale, but you never know. It could be many, but it's a great story. And I'll tell it to you in just a second. By the way, are there 70 people watching? Someone said that might be true. YouTube been crippled by anxiety? Of course you have. It's the most common mental health disorder in America and the world. 40 million people. You will get through this. Your children, just like mine, will remember this. Yes, you'll be okay. If your children see you're doing the best you can, they will forgive you. A perfectionist walked into a bar. Apparently the bar wasn't set high enough. My God, that's brilliant. I'm gonna copy that. When I was running my support groups, every time you guys had a bad joke, I would basically copy it and tell it to them. I'm not running support groups now, but I still have these jokes for my YouTube videos, right? Exactly. And it wouldn't copy. Oh well, we'll do that afterwards. So let's go back here. Let's go back here. Jason, my mother's life is ruined by severe OCD. I can't help her. Recommend 75. Thank you very much. Well, we're getting close to 80. Despite trying for decades, Jem, recommend the book Brain Lock to your mother and recommend she get into therapy. Otherwise, there's not much you can do. Oh, wow. Mindfulness training. Robert Jenkins, that'll be wonderful for you with your OCD. Excellent, excellent, excellent. George Sturgeon, question mark. I'm not quite sure what the question mark is for, unless you have a question. Sana, do you have my book, Healing from Depression? I hope you do. And what is behavioral activation, Keith? Yeah. Barbara knew the virus won't kill you, but the Illuminati will. George Floyd, Pizzagate, Julian Assange. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Robert Jenkins says, I think my OCD might deal with me being afraid of hurting things. Well, just let those thoughts come and go. There's always someone else bigger and better, but you just have to give it everything. Absolutely. I'm going through general anxiety. Please help. Diana Maku. Yes, there's lots of help. There are wonderful books. Thank you. We hit 81 people. That's great. How's Noah doing, guys? He relapsed. He wasn't too upset about it. I'm reaching out to him. I want to take a walk with him. Of course, 6 feet away. Hasn't gotten back to me yet. This too shall pass. Why, people? That doesn't make any sense. When you're feeling like you're desperate, the fact this too shall pass actually means you're not going to feel this way forever. It's actually good news. So Diana Maku, yes, lots of books on anxiety. There's a really good book on anxiety that I want you to go read. Rewire Your Anxious Brain is a book on anxiety. So check out that book and also check out A Practitioner. Super Strain, Robin, hey, I got your email. I haven't been able to read it yet, but I'm going to send you more of the book. Nice to see you. Super Strain, what a great name. Exotic Enigma, hey, hello, and I haven't seen you in a while. Cognitive Writing, what is that? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Robles 551, hi, I'm having a hard time differentiating the effects of regular Seroquel versus extended release Seroquel. Which one is more effective? I don't know. Well, I mean, one is slow release, the other isn't. Talk to your doctor about that. Usually Seroquel is given for mood stabilization, but it can be given for anxiety. Anyway, talk with the doctor about it. It's really good for sleep. Taco Flower, I'm getting this too shall pass as a tattoo. Once shops are open, that's how strong I believe in it. Taco, it saved me many times. Melina Bloom, nice to see you. How do you even discover depression? I don't know what that means, but if you don't have any joy and you can't get out of bed and you're not motivated, you're probably suffering from depression. But of course, you have to go see a professional to get it traditionally, diagnosed in the sense of it's a mood disorder. But yes, I don't know if discover depression, you know you have it when you have it. You're feeling just crummy and there's no joy in life. Has anyone had major depression episode lasting more than 8 months? Yeah, 10 months. I've had 18 months. Most of mine are about a year and a half. I know, doesn't that sound horrible? It's a long time to hang in there. What year did you move away from the Bay Area, Douglas Block? I know what year you moved to Portland. I moved to Portland in 1983. I never really lived in the Bay Area, except when I was going to Stanford briefly and when I was living in Berkeley. But I moved to Portland in 83 from New York, where I was living with my parents. By the way, I love the Bay Area, especially in the 1960s. I was there essentially from 68 off and on to 1976. Lazy Eye has been writing about doctor problem. Yes, well, doctors can be problematic. Who here found out their anxiety attack ended up being a blessing, says John Gaffilin. Well, my depressive breakdown in 96, 97 got me started on my mission, my mental health mission, so that was a blessing. Alex Haynes, surely my dreams have been so intensely that I've woken up confused and disillusioned. Is it the anxiety? Is it the medication? And when you get up out of bed, put your feet on the floor, look at the walls and say, I am here and I am well. Can depression hit people of any age? Who wants to answer that question? Ozan Z. It's an equal opportunity destroyer. Any age, any socioeconomic class, any race, any religion, it doesn't care. Just like the virus. Whoops. She says it's too late for her. She's 83 years old and doesn't want to wake up each morning existing but living, never mind. Hey, Jem, you can change other people, right? We all have partners we can change. My mother was the same way. They got to want to do it themselves. So, keep trying, but don't get too bummed out about it. Alex Hands, oh, right. I have this too shall pass as a wrist cuff. I have on me constantly when I feel my worst. Saves me always. Excellent. Where do you get a wrist cuff? Could you mail it to me? All right. Paco Ochavo. Sounds Hispanic maybe? Does something affect neurons in humans? I don't know what that is. Is that antidepressant? Keith McCarthy, have you heard of a study showing how simple acts of kindness can be a form of pain relief? No, but I know it is. Show me that study. I'm sure. Well, hey, look, human beings were born to cooperate. We are a social species. Anytime you help others, you're going to feel better. That's really good. I want that for my book, my new book. Okay, Billy, go to a custom cuff. Customcuff.com, is that where you get your This Too Shall Pass? Great. I'm going to get one. Get it engraved. Costs 15, looks like euros to me. I think. It's not pounds, it's euros, right? Amjad Iman, hey, I just spoke to you over the phone last night. What is the best dream for insomnia? I get up at 3 a.m. and I can't sleep afterwards. I count sheep backwards. I imagine sheep jumping over a stream, running into the ocean where I live, and they go 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, and by the time I get to 70, I'm back asleep. That's a very, very practical way. Many doctors recommend in counting backwards to help relax you. Or sometimes I pop another medication, but it's different for everybody. But try counting backwards, and also sleep medication at night can help. I think you said you were on trazodone once, or no, Remeron. Yes, every 2 nights, half lorazepam to ensure I get a decent night's sleep without anxiety. Every 3 nights at least. Yes, lorazepam, Ativan, helpful for sleeping. So is amitriptyline. It's not as well. Antidepressants are not addicting, or you don't form a dependency on them like you do the benzos. Robles, I take 100 milligrams of Seroquel. That's a hefty dose. The instant release puts me to sleep faster, and the extended release makes me sleep more. I feel more numb on the extended release. Well, you've got your answer. Talk to your doctor about it. We're all different. We are all unique, and medication affects everybody, according to their physiology. So listen to your body and talk to your doctor. Keith, I want that study, by the way. All right, I'm going to say that. Listen to your body and talk to your doctor. How's that for an affirmation? Well, it's 28 minutes after the hour. I still don't have any comments about what's going on in the United States. It's really, really, really a shame. And what can I tell you? The original sin of this country is slavery. Okay, if you want to have the best night's sleep you've ever had, cycle 10 miles. Hey, I cycle usually 20. How's that? And yeah, it helps me sleep big time. How do you make peace with passing time and getting older, says Francie. I have a video I want you to see, Francie. It's called How to Get Better as You Get Older. Douglas Block's video, period, How to Get Better as You Get Older. And the other one is listen to your body and talk to your doctor. All right. So, getting older, stay active, stay engaged, and stay connected. Those are my three. I'm 71 years old. I feel like I'm 25. So, any people watching? Yes, let's hit 90 if we can. I've started sewing again, says Lazy Ranch. I was sad. I found 2 of my old machines. Neither worked. A friend asked me if I could help him learn to use one someone gave him. It works great, making the cute, comfy masks now. Good work, Lazy Ranch. Sewing is so therapeutic. Madam Roy, I'm deathly afraid of passing and getting older. I'm just a 17-year-old. You're actually my age. You're in your, Oh, Francie is only 17 years old. Look, my friend. I understand your fear, but at 17, I didn't even know what old age was at 17. So yeah, this is anxiety. One day at a time, Francine, one day at a time. That's what I can tell you. And it's okay to get older. Everybody does it. It's inevitable. Remember what Mark Twain says, the only things that are sure, death and taxes. But if you can find a passion that you're involved in right now, Francie, if you can do something that makes life worth living, you won't think about getting old. Richard Hopp, cognitive writing is based on the same principles as CBT. The writing is identifying each individual thought and addressing each with a rational response. Oh, so it's like stream of consciousness or like a paragraph. That's a great idea. I've never heard of that. I will look it up as I'm a journalist. Sana Ismail, Douglas, I read in your book that you experienced being free of symptoms during your depressive episode in 1996, and then you suddenly relapsed again after 2 weeks. How do you cope with this relapse? Well, I relapsed because of a disagreement with somebody, but then I just came right out of it because I was getting the same type of help. So what you do, Sana Ismail, if you have a relapse, you have a dip, I like to call it a dip, you simply pick up your tools, right? The tools in this, I hope you have this diagram, and you do all the things that you were doing before the relapse, right? And if things are really difficult, you call up your doctor, maybe have your medication adjusted if you're on medication, or you have an extra session with your therapist. If you email me, I will send you a free chapter from my book, Healing from Depression, on relapse prevention, unless you have the book. But what you do when you relapse or when you take a dip is you say, first of all, this is only temporary, and then you start putting into practice the same things you were doing before the dip. It works every time. Francie, you know how much money I would give to be 17? Amazing. Anyway, yes, you're going to be fine. Just continue to find something in the present that you feel enthusiastic about. I feel the best have already happened and I'm 28. Well, again, find something to be enthusiastic about. Find your purpose. My purpose is to keep writing and to keep helping people. If I'm feeling that way, then I never feel old. Tessa Young, I love your name. And are you related to Carl Jung, the great psychiatrist? How can I increase my get up and go? Lack of motivation right now. Exercise, exercise, and exercise. Please hit the thumbs up button, says Richard Hopp. Where do I find it? Does anybody know where I can find the thumbs up button? Regular beta blockers completely affected my daytime short-term memory. I rarely take them now. Well, see, everybody's got different responses. Great advice, Doug. Listen to your body and talk to your doctor. You like that? I just came up with that out of nowhere. I think it's great advice. All right, and Lazy Eye Ranch isn't thinking about getting old. She's thinking about her sewing. See, this is it, guys. You've got to find something in the here and now that you can get engaged in. I want you to read a book called Flow, and the guy's last name is so complicated. It's all about how to get into a flow when you're completely engaged with something in the present moment, like 80 now, thank you. So here's a quick story. Living with my parents, 1982, 83, completely depressed, no way I'm going to get better. I walk to my high school, and what happens? I meet this guy and says, you want to play a tennis game? I said, sure. I was on the tennis team. We play. He's much better than I am. He's beating my ass, whipping me, and I'm down 5-1. And suddenly something came over me. Whoosh! I won the next 6 games in a row, won 7-5. At that moment, was I thinking about my life, my depression, how I was going to live or not, whether I was going to get back to Oregon? I was only thinking about one thing, beating that guy in tennis. All of my thoughts, all of my attention was focused on that. I felt like time had stood still, and I felt great. And when I won, that was the turning point actually in my depression. After that, I knew I was going to get better. You're 29, you feel young, you are damn young. Where's Ann C? She's 83. I'm the old fart in this. Is anybody older than I am here? Probably not. Thank you, Douglas Block. 3 exclamation points. Francie, I promise you, the world is your oyster. Are you going to go to college? What do you want to major in, Francie? What do you want to do with your life? If you don't know, keep asking. Once you find your purpose, everything is window dressing. Where's this diagram and how can I get it? Well, look, it's sitting right here in Portland, Oregon. See it? Okay, so to get to Portland, you hop on a plane, transfer to New York City, get to Portland, take a cab, come to my house, and there it is right here. You'll get it. Of course, I'm joking. Email me and I'll send you a PDF. And what does PDF stand for? Portable document file? Peter Bregan in YouTube videos. Peter Bregan is good to a certain extent, but he throws out the baby with the bathwater. He's against all drugs, I think, and I don't agree with him. Did you go through a spiritual awakening on your first breakdown? I went through it when I was 22, before my breakdown. Actually, no. I was going through a depressive episode, yes. Okay, guys, I'm 66 and a half, so you are not old. Thank you, Shirley K. I'm 71. Tell it like it is. Sewing now is better than any drug, says Lazy Eye Ranch. I'm grateful I don't live near a big city. Well, It's really calm here in Portland. I mean, there have been protests downtown, but basically they've been confined to a short, a particular space. We do have a curfew, but I was jogging around my neighborhood. Nobody cared. But anyway, big cities have good things about them. You have lots of resources. Todd Goldfinger, oh my God. I so miss you being here. Let me find you again. It's been a while since we've talked. Ann C, yep, 83. You're the senior. You're the wise old woman. Not old. You're the elder. How's that? Flow is an interesting concept. It's great. I'm going to work until the day I die. That's good. That'll keep you young. How much do you appreciate the live videos? I subscribe to them, look forward to them. Well, thanks, Ronnie. You could also hit the super chat button and throw in a few shekels, and if you don't, that's okay. All right. You guys know my last name. I know, but is your husband or is your partner related to Carl Jung? X out of live check. It'll take you to thumbs up place. Really? Can I do it? Maybe read the Teenage Brain book now. God, that's amazing. I've never heard that. That's a great idea. Does a suicide attempt constitute being a dip? Well, no. A suicide attempt is serious. A dip is like a temporary blip. Suicide attempt is, and I'm writing a book, Todd, if you want to, please, 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 I need people to assess my book. Send me an email, I'll send it to you. But no, it means that you have in serious shape and you need to get professional help ASAP, like now. And then people recover from all the time. I used to have people in my groups who had been hospitalized for attempts. They got into therapy, they took medications, subbed in, and they all got better. So it's not the end of the world, thank God somebody survived, but yes, it's more than a dip. It's a serious thing and it needs to be given attention to. Are you talking about yourself or someone else? And you can answer the way you want if you want to be, respect your privacy. But anyway, the answer is no, it is more than a dip. It is 38 minutes after the hour. In 22 minutes, I'm going to go on a bike ride. This is how I stay young and well. I ride to the top of Rocky Route. That's pretty good. An old man died in his childhood. Interesting concept. I'm not quite sure what that means. Does that mean you get old too quick? New York Post 321-129, doing good deeds actually reduces physical pain. Wow, Keith McCarthy, my brother has chronic physical pain. Thank you so much. You're a saint. Email me and I'll send you that diagram for free. And feel blessed now to be alive. Look at Ann C. Everybody clap. Everybody clap for Ann C. She's 83 years old and feels blessed to be alive. Is there life after 80? I'm freaked out about getting 80. Of course, I was freaked out about turning 70. I was freaked out about turning 60, 50, 40. Life begins at 40, says Will Rogers. Who cares? But I can't imagine myself being 83. But guess what? I should imagine myself being 83 because I don't want to die before then. My mother lived to be 85. My father lived to be 92. So assuming this cellulitis infection doesn't get me. Anyway, thank you for that. New York Post. No, it can't be 3121. Do you mean 321? There's no 31 months. I think you mean March 21st. Keith, why don't you retype that? I finally got a test. Overnight sampled by FedEx Friday, and website says it's being processed right now. It was easy, didn't require sticking a swab in your brain. Really? Wow, that's usually. And somebody came through with $5. I bet it's Stephanie. Who is it? Let's check it out. No, it's RCS 2020. I like that name. By the way, who are you? Where do you live? And thank you for the $5. We used to have a guy here named David Holden. He used to give really nice donations. And well, thank you for your donation. RCS, let me know if you have any questions you want me to answer. And how do I basically get out of here? Okay, here we are. Yep, we're out. Thank you, RCS. Do you have any questions? Nature is wonderful. You know about Hellister. Happy Tappy Pappy. That's great. You're going to live to be 100, says Alex Haynes. Wow. 29 years from now. Someone do the math for me. Oh, 2049. That's right, I was born in 1949. Hey, is anybody going to be at the live chat in 2049? Raise their hands. Yeah, Yoitz Yobo. I love these names. Is there a joy in this world anymore? I get bored easily, and things I used to enjoy. Well, that's your brain misfiring. Go, If that doesn't, find things you enjoy doing. If you can, then listen to your body and talk to your doctor. I pray you live a very long time. Stephanie is a beautiful soul. She's a spiritual soul. Her prayers mean a lot to me. Same with you, by the way. Same with your children and your husband and all of us. Thank you, Stephanie. Money talks, but all mine ever says is goodbye. There was an advertisement on the East Coast growing up. It was called Money Talks, Nobody Walks. It was an advertisement for some sort of a department store. Yod Shobo? Oh, DKK, that's got to be sauna with 50 chronos. Thank you very much, my friend. Do you have my book? Keep reading it. Keep reaching out for support. Keep trucking. You will get through this. Bob Eden, The Gift of Depression. Oh, is that you? Did you write that book? I'll read it. I'm always interested in reading. Cesar Blanco, I will try. And what are you going to try to do, Cesar? I didn't see your... Wow, I'm writing a book, The Gift of Depression, my little scrap, a catchy little phrase. Yeah, depression brings gifts, absolutely. Rob, it brought me a bunch of gifts. Bob. Yes, I will. The suicide attempt was a year ago. Traveling to Hanoi helped a great deal. Mental health projects. Good for you. So you're on the other side, right? Now, you need to have some sort of relapse prevention plan, Todd. If you ever get low again, you need to know what to do about it to nip it in the bud, right? So work with your doctor, work with your psychologist or your therapist, and create a nice plan that will tell you what to do when you dip again. Because unfortunately, depression is a chronic relapsing condition. How do I know? I've had it like 5 times majorly and many times more than that. So get yourself a relapse prevention plan, work with your psychologist, and if and when you get low again, you'll know some good things to help yourself. Looks like somebody gave £4.99. Edward Steiner, God almighty, $50. God bless you. I really appreciate your videos, chats, and jokes. You really helped me out in my recent episode. Thank you, Edward. Do you want to read my news? And by the way, jokes. I haven't had a joke. I haven't said a joke. Oh my God. Doing reparenting with my therapist, yes. Bob eating is a wonderful thing. Reparenting is a wonderful thing to do. Anybody else struggle with their children aging? Yes, Bruce is getting on in age. He's like 13. That's my cat. Well, tell me why, Kelly, your children aging is a trigger for you. And by the way, a joke. How much does it cost to get a pirate to get his ears pierced? About $1 an ear. That was from you guys. And this is Jason Clulo, I believe. As a kid, it was tough for me to admit my dad had been stealing from the highway department. But when I look back, the signs were there. Yes, his dad was stealing from the highway department. The signs were there. Way to go, Jason Clulo. Happy Tappy Pappy, you're a good man. Don't be hard on yourself. I feel therefore I am. That's great. Lagai from Canada. Yay, yay, yay. Edward, bless your heart. Okay, I see when I read my jokes, I miss all these comments. So whose heart is being blessed? Edward, okay? We have to go find what Edward said. Thank you, Edward. Oh, yes, Edward. Yes, Steiner, for that wonderful, wonderful donation. And you like my jokes? Well, let's do some more, and I'll continue to say them on my videos. By the way, I have a video coming up in a month called Reasons to Stay Alive. I want you all to watch it. All right. I suffered from depression for over 20 years until I turned into a dance. Nice work. One windmill asked the other, what kind of music do you like? The other one said, I'm a big metal fan. Oh my God. So, Sana Ismail is giving her address to Man of Steel. Holy crap, Douglas, you can afford a haircut now. Yes, I can. But all the haircut people aren't in business. What am I going to do? Cut my own hair? We're losing our home and vehicle. Wow, that's why, Lagai. And by the way, yes, of course I need a haircut. Can anybody fly to Portland, Oregon? I will pay your plane fare. Sachin Kisling, I am tired of what? This is my time. What? Wait. Good work. This is my favorite time tuning in. There's a good sense of community here. Good work. I hope that knowing that you have such a positive impact on people nourishes your spirit. Well, The New York Post said that if you're kind to somebody, it helps reduce pain. So there you have it. I'm skeptical of anyone who tells me to do yoga every day. That's a bit of a stretch. That's a joke. That's a joke. I thought you were serious. Anyway, very nice. And you said it twice. You said it 3 times. Oh my God, you must really like that. Lagai, what's going on? It looks like you're having some economic stress. Boredom is a manifestation of depression. Not always, not always. It's cold depression, bedroom, lack of pleasure, and things that used to be pleasurable. I know how I feel. Boredom does not necessarily mean depression. It just could mean you've lost touch with your purpose. That's challenging, yes. Losing a home and car. Does anyone else have chest pain? No, but that could be a sign of heart disease. You want to take care of it. Reason to Stay Alive. It was a very famous memoir by a guy named Matt Haig in Britain. It's a great book. Okay, whoops. So it looks like Kay Bailey is giving his email address to Sana so they can communicate. And there it is, right there. Nice work. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to have some hummus. You guys keep talking. King Harvest hummus, the best. You can't beat it with a stick. Red pepper, even healthier. Mm-hmm. Do you know how hard it is to talk for 1 hour straight? Very difficult. I want to show you a picture of my garden. Look at this. Those are my eggplants and my zucchini. Here's my tomato plant. And here are my peppers. Gardening is really good when you're doing intellectual work like writing. It's a nice, nice break. You actually quite like the hair? No, it's way, way, way. Chest pain is a classic anxiety symptom, yes, but it can also be a heart disease symptom. You got to watch it. My wife Joan had chest pain. She thought it was anxiety. She was having a heart attack. So seriously, listen to your body and talk to your doctor. Nightmare Wolf 666. I will watch your video coming up. It might help me with voices in my head that are telling me to do things to myself. Well, I hope you're talking with somebody, and I can send you the chapter ahead of time, which will help. But if you are having voices in your head telling you to do something to yourself, A, don't listen to them, and B, go find a good counselor. Husband lost his job on Friday, the guy. Well, in America, we have unemployment insurance. I'm sure you have that in Canada, although it's probably not as much as he would normally be used to. Wow, you're losing your home too, Susan Jones? There's so much economic pain. Oh my God. This coronavirus has really messed things up big time. Oh, you're talking about Richard Hop. You're talking about David Byrne's classic, Feeling Good. I used to be Prince of Hispanic, but where am I now when I need me? Funny, funny, funny. Yes, it is challenging, little guy. All right, we have 11 minutes left. You can afford a haircut now. Hey, tell that to my haircutter who won't see me. Whoopsie daisy. Ho ho. All right, John Capillo, my email is, yes. John is giving out his email address. Lagai, you are not a burden to your husband. That is your mind telling you that. You have to, no, you can support your husband. Your husband needs you and you need him. So again, we've talked over the phone. Are you seeing a counselor? Are you in therapy? You need help right now if you're having those types of thoughts, right? Let's encourage Lagai to go get some professional help and to tell herself that she is needed and she's not a burden. Again, Lagai, I know your address. I'm going to send you a copy of a chapter from my book called Don't Believe What Your Brain is Telling You. Do not believe that you're a burden to your husband. That is your brain telling you lies. Oh, that flag, Cesar Blanco, is from Bolivia, I think. It's a flag that has to do with different colors of Indian tribes, or Native, not Native American, Indian and South American Indian tribes. I grew a tomato plant once. It had only one tomato, but it was one of the most flowerful tomatoes I've ever had. Thank you, Super Strain. I love your name, and thank you for explaining it to me. You look like Garfunkel. Yes, I was just, I was just watching an interview. By the way, you guys all need to get off the phone, and you need to listen to a song called Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Okay, someone just gave some money, $5. I've always had problems with identity issues. I'm 26 years old now and still lost. I have never known exactly who I am and what I want. Not yet, Robles. When you're 30 years old, that's when things start to come together. When I was 58, I didn't know shit from shinola, as they say. When I was 28, I didn't when I was 38 too. 26, you know where I was? I was in a halfway house in Berkeley, Oregon, having my second major nervous breakdown. No, 26 is still so young. Yes, you don't know who you are, what you want. You're still figuring it out. Robles, you are still figuring it out. It's a work in process. I'm gonna put this, it's so important to say, all of you. You are still figuring things out, period. You are work in progress, period. Keep moving forward, period. Things will become clear, period. What do you think about that comment, huh? So did that help, Robles? It's okay not to know what you want at 26. It's what most people go through. Yes, Bob Eden, it's a good idea to listen to your body. I went off so far off the rails, I had to build a track for myself. Yeah. Due to the coronavirus, yeah. Well, in America, you know, we have unemployment insurance plus $600 a month extra. A lot of my friends or people I know, my relatives, are getting that. Yeah, chronic overthinking. How's your new book project doing? It's coming along very slowly. Would you like to read some of it? Send me your email. Chuck, I trust your judgment. I need feedback. Anyone who want to communicate? Well, there you have it. You're 20 and depressed? Well, keep on reaching out for support. You're still so young. Things can change. I didn't get into my mission until I was 46 years old. Yeah, you're right. When your mind becomes dark, it's very scary. But guess what? The light will shine again. Alex said you need different meds, says Susan Jones. Todd, as long as you know you're going to get through it, which you will, this too shall pass. I know what to do with my life. I am 20. Well, you shouldn't know what to do with your life. 20 is nothing. Your brain doesn't even form until you're 26, for heaven's sakes. You're our official matriarch, of course. 83, she knows everything. Top stories. Which is best for your eyes? Well, vitamin A, carrots. Lots of fruits have vitamin A. Talk to your doctor about that, your dietitian. Oppressive mind in the morning every day. Yes, that's what happens when you wake up and you're depressed. But if the day goes on, you'll feel better. And someone just donated $50. That had to be Edward Steiner. Yes. Thank you again for your wonderful donation. Thinking is the weapon of mass distraction. I don't think it's normal to have a breakdown every few weeks after you moved out of your home. Well, it's not. It shows many depressive and bipolar disorder episodes start when teenagers leave their home. 18 to 25 is a very vulnerable time. So yes, if that's happening, then professional help is indicated. Nightmare Wolf, thank you for saying this, but with these voices, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, look, first of all, I have a video I'll show you. I'll send to you, or you can get it on my YouTube channel called What Happens When You Can't See the Light at the End of the Tunnel. And then the other thing is you need to go call a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, professional help. Your brain is not functioning properly. That's why you can't see the light. But it's fixable. It's repairable. The brain is neoplastic. You will get out of this if you reach out for the right kind of support. Is it normal to feel stress when you have a major life change? Of course. Of course. That's what stress comes from. So, Nightmare Wolf 666. I want you to look at this video of mine. What to do when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Period. My video. Period. Okay, that's not the exact title, but it's close enough. Okay, is that going to help you? Wow, graduating from college right after September was your first hospitalization, Todd degulfing? Well, a lot of people needed to be hospitalized then. But you're feeling better now, right? Nightmare Wolf, I just posted that video for you, okay? Take a look at it. Take a look at a lot of my videos. There's another video I have called A Reason for Hope During Hard Times. All right, thank you for saying that, but with these voices, yeah, okay, well, check out that video and reach out for help. My father, fiance died when I was 26. Yeah, started my depression. Yeah, loss is so huge, Lazy Ranch. Well, good for you for hanging in there. You're scared of people living in a van down by the river? Well, that's social anxiety. Again, there are things you can do. You refused to get professional health testing young when you started the university. What about now? Are you reaching out? Smarks Killed Wrestling. What does that mean, Smarks Killed Wrestling? What does that YouTube name stand for? I've noticed that stress and things like caffeine make me have excessive anger and dwelling on the past. Well, what best to lower stress? Cut back in your caffeine to begin with, huh? Meditation, learn to observe your thoughts. Also, lithium orotate work for me. Yes, well, it works for some people. It's over the counter. But again, anybody taking even an over the counter medication should be in counseling, in my opinion. I'm 18 years old. Which foods are best for you? Fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds. Whole foods, my friend. Whole foods. Stay away from the Hostess Twinkies. That's easy to do because they don't make them anymore. All right. One more joke from the live chatters. I've said this before, but I apologize. Did you hear about the restaurant that just opened on the moon? The food is great, but it has no atmosphere. And I'm in food engineering. In a few days, we talked about fake food. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Did I really say that? I'm getting overheated. I'm in a long sleeve shirt. It's 70 degrees outside. Not quite. Okay, boys and girls, before I sign up, how many people are here? I got to take a rest. I'm exhausted after talking to all you people, which I enjoy doing, but boy, it takes a lot of energy. You feel like you can't beat this depression? Just keep trying different things. Keep and going through hell, don't stop. Robert Jenkins sent me a message. Good live chat today. It's not even over. Lagai, you must stay alive. You call me anytime you want, okay? You got my phone number. Don't believe what your brain is telling you. I'm going to send you that video right after I have some lunch after this, okay? Look for it. Oh, someone made a full recovery. Took 20 years. Well, good for you. You must be over 38 then. My books tell me no chocolate, no caffeine, no alcohol. Well, chocolate, if you take it in small doses, but see, everybody's different. Chocolate could make your anxiety worse. For me, it just makes me feel better. Alex Haynes, thank you for telling me my hair looks good. 70 peeps, thank you very much, Susan Jones. Oh my God, yes. Schizophrenia is a cruel disease, Lazy Eye Ranch. What can I tell you? What about benzo buddies? I don't know what that is. It sounds like a support group for people who are stuck on benzodiazepines. It's important to see where these dark thoughts come from. I'm hoping you find clarity. Yes, super strain, they come from a dysregulated brain, and that you can use mindfulness, medication, and all sorts of other things to deal with them. Smarks are hardcore fans that have ruined wrestling. God, you learn something new every day. All right. peace to everyone, and peace to you, Lagai. I love your name. I know where it came from. I love you. Hang in there. Where there's life, there's hope. Never surrender, says Winston Churchill, and he said, when going through hell, keep going. All right. Fast food's healthy? Of course not. You want to have a short life? Eat fast foods, right? Okay, here we go. Winston Churchill said, comma, when going through hell, keep going. Period. Douglas Bloch said, when going through hell, don't stop. Period. Same thing. Period. Everyone have a good week. All right. It's 101. You guys can continue to chat with each other, exchange email addresses. This is a community support group, a virtual support group. We don't have to worry about the COVID virus. It's always been virtual. It always will be virtual. And until we meet again next week, I wish you all the best in your mental health recovery. As we say in the epileptic ward, seizure later.